Yeah, I was not with it last week. Yes. Yeah. Problem how? Okay, you can keep trying, but it's fine. You're right. The trading cards really took it to an extreme. I was like, poster on wall, that seems normal. Trading cards, yeah, little extreme. You were diehard. It's okay though. It's okay. And you know what? I'm just a scientist at heart, and I'm okay with that. I had once somebody told me about the smelling the squished ants, I had to try it. That's all. I don't do it. all- No, I won't eat ants. I'll eat a lot of other stuff, but I won't eat ants. One time I accidentally ate a snail. Okay. We were camping and it was my entire dad's side of the family, like my aunts, uncles, my cousins, and they were making spaghetti and they gave me my plate of spaghetti and I was so hungry. I just like took a big bite and I felt a crunch and I was like, "Oh god, what was that?" And so I spit it out in my hand and it was like a tiny baby snail. I ate him. Womp womp. I know it's a complete accident, but my uncle thought it was hilarious that I would try anything basically. And so he would keep trying that. Like he would bring me things to try. Like one Christmas, I got a basket full of lemons. I love lemons, so that didn't bother me at all. But it had like a tin can of oysters, which I'm not above trying oysters. Like I've done that since then, but I don't know about them from a can. I don't know how I feel about that. So yeah, that can never was eaten. Not by me, at least. Yeah, he just thought it was hilarious that I would try basically anything. If we want another really terrible confession, one time my mom gave me $5 to put a sock that was in her car in my mouth. That's my dirty little secret. I don't know that anyone outside that car has ever heard about this. But I was probably like 8. Easy money in my eyes. Listen, there's you can't make a lot of sense to the things that that lady has said or done. So we just got to accept it. It was weird. I did get $5 though, because $5. No, I saw the money beforehand. We know how I am. Well, I used to have a piggy bank at my grandpa's house, and my uncle would frequently, like a different uncle. There was the uncle that would give me all these weird things to try, and there was my uncle that I live with, my uncle Nick. Um, and he would always rob my piggy bank. And so I think just like seeing the IOUs that I've seen growing up. I'm like, no, I want money in hand. All the time. I remember the most that I had in there was probably like $75 and he robbed my piggy bank. But being who I am, I have collected on that at least a handful of times over my lifetime because I will just remind him of it and he'll be like, how much was it? I'm like, $75. And he'll like give me that money. And then I think at this point he knows that he's given it to me, but I don't know. I'm going to try again in like a year or two. Guy's memory sucks. He taught me by getting stealing my money as a kid that I need to get creative, you know? I mean, like a live frog or like frog legs? Not cooked and not. Uh, See, I would try frog legs. I haven't done that before. Did you get the thing I sent you earlier today about chicken taste or what tastes like chicken? Alligator. Alligators taste like chicken, and that they're the closest resemblance to dinosaurs. So really, they just taste like dinosaur. Yeah. I'm like, I haven't had alligator either, but I want to try it. They're always out when I've been to any place that serves it. But the weirdest thing that I've ever actually eaten that was prepared was pig's blood because that's like a Filipino dish. And so at Lauren's house, her mom made it and she always calls it the chocolate. And I'm like, I know that's not chocolate. But one time I had like a really big bottle of wine with her. This is at least 10 years ago. But we're sitting there and she's like, do you want to try it? And I was like, I'll try it. And Lauren was like, I've never even tried that. And I was like, I'll try it. I'm Filipino. It's fine. I'm not Filipino for the record. I just have had a Filipino best friend for most of my life. But yeah, it was just spicy. It was good. Spicy. No, it's prepared. It's prepared. Yeah. But yeah, that was I've never had like they have eggs that have like a partially developed duck in it. And I haven't actually tried that, but I think it's too expensive that she's never offered it. But she also loves to make shrimp and when this was probably around the same time like 10, 12 years ago, uh she was telling me that you can eat all of the shrimp. Like you can eat the tail and everything. And I was like, "What? No, you can't." And they're like, yeah, you can. Adrian, come here. Just Lauren's daughter. So she was just like 3, 4 at the time. And they're like, Adrian, eat this shrimp. And she just ate the whole thing. And I was like, what? And I was like, that's really cruel that you made the kid do that. But apparently you can just eat the whole shrimp. Just not a lot of people do. Yeah. So you don't love shrimp. Oh, Oh, that's easy. I would have got like a paper towel and like put them all in the paper towel and then put that in a cup and then thrown the cup away and then a plate on top of it. I already had it, the image of it in my mind. Oh my gosh. I mean, you have to get creative. I did not know that rule until like the last year. Because I guess I had never been to all you can eat sushi. I've only been to the place with the plates that go around. Yeah, that was so much fun. I used to take Adrian all the time when she was a kid because she likes sushi. I like sushi. Lauren did not, and so I was like, pff. But normally if we hang out, I'm like, okay, you dealer's choice. What do you want? Sometimes, well, it's just been a while. I think she'd still choose sushi. I mean, hopefully they were good choices. Yeah. Was it a bit of a mess though? Yeah. Memorable. That's what that was. Memorable. I am not up to date on all of the news. I've probably heard just a little blip of what's going on. And yeah, you're right. I I just keep talking about how the glitch in the Matrix, Facebook is talking about how the simulation is going to be turned off soon, and thank God. Yeah. Get us out of here. Yes, we're done. This is all that's played out. Yeah, see, I knew that there was something that happened in New York. I knew there was something that happened in New Orleans. That's it. Oh, and then somebody sent me a video about how in like 2016 the particle accelerator had like a weasel chew through something, and so that they don't think that it was like uh whatever that gorilla event is not what changed things, that really it was the weasel with the particle accelerator. Yeah. I mean, the weasel with the particle accelerator makes sense, but their solution was to throw another weasel in there, and that sounds cruel. I think just shut this thing down. I'm gonna talk about some other weird stuff that I heard recently. On Glitch in the Matrix, they were talking about how some people have died and then woke up again. Like, yeah, there was this post, and somebody was like, "Have you ever like died and then woke up like nothing happened?" And they were like, "You switched timelines." And they were like, "Yeah, there were multiple people in it. They were like, this has happened to me." and they're like, well, how did people were assuming that it was dreams at first, and they're like, no, like I unalived myself and I woke up in bed as if nothing happened. And I'm like, this is a simulation. This is all a simulation. And I told my sister that, and she said, I'm part of a cult now. It's like wishful thinking. Yeah. Wow, good on you for actually looking it up. I've just been sitting here like, where are they? But how? How do you just completely take out murder hornets? Apparently, NBC posted about it last month, December 18th. Wow. Until it's been, yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. But apparently I am part of a cult. It's my own personal cult. I don't know what we're called yet. I don't even really know what we believe in, but yeah. Yep. No way. I know you didn't even talk to me about what we were talking about today. That's wild. That was last week? Wow. Okay. I I think so, but remember, I was concussed. I was just here for the vibes. That was yeah. I just I didn't know how bad off I was until I had like a couple nights sleep and I was like, "Oh, my brain feels like almost normal." I think maybe that's the case, but I know I've passed out a couple times in my life and I think that your body is protecting you and it's using a ton of energy and that's why you get so tired. But also, I don't think that it was the sickness that made me faint. Okay, I think that I went to Costco and they had this great deal on energy drinks and I was like, "Oh, I'm so tired from my sick kids. I'm going to get these Alani energy drinks." And then I realized that yesterday I went to work and I had like a couple of sips right when I got to my desk and one of my coworkers came up to tell me about this great podcast that I suggested and they were obsessed with it. And as they're telling me this, I'm like feeling really dizzy and nauseous. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't still be sick. And so it was like, is it the energy drink? And so I started Googling that. And apparently, a lot of people get really dizzy from drinking those, if you, especially if you drink them on an empty stomach. But it like does something where you're not getting a lot of oxygen to your brain. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've had Celsius a couple of times and I liked Celsius and then but I've never really been an energy drink drinker, but I think that I made my way through like 3 or 4 of them and I don't normally drink the whole thing. Like if something's not ice cold anymore, I don't really want it. And yeah, so the a couple of those I didn't even finish. But I think that the on Christmas Day, I think I finished it. Well, I mean, I still think that it had something to do with the stomach pain too, but yeah, like I just that pain mixed with feeling like dizzy and lightheaded and just out I went. Yeah. So no more energy drinks for me. I told my coworker already that I'd bring all of them to her because she said that that doesn't do that to her. I'm like, well, you just won a Costco pack. Congratulations. I did not see that and I had no idea. Really? I mean, I definitely have previously. I'm not much of a drinker these days. I just serve up the drinks. But that's, I believe it. That's crazy that it's the third leading cause. What's the leading cause? Smoking, right? In biology, I learned that everybody would get cancer if they lived long enough. Because really, it's just a cell not going through apoptosis. So either not um, telling itself that there's an abnormality with it and killing itself off. So it's either growing or it's splitting. And so the growing is where you get the masses, and then the splitting is where you get it where different kind of like you can get breast cancer, but you can find in like your hip or something like that. Oh, great. Oh, that's the other thing. What's up with the flippin' fog? I just don't understand because normally the fog means that it's going to be sunny later in the day. This fog's not going anywhere. It's just perpetually there. And it's raining right now, so why is it still foggy? Yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah, we have bird flu on the loose. Everybody's sick right now, so I don't know if this is like is bird flu already going around or everybody else they're all testing positive for flu A, influenza A. Yeah, so I don't know. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I know I've seen like a lot of videos that are like we're going back to isolating and then they're like we've been isolating so I don't know what you guys have been doing. We kind of thrived in it. And I'm like, okay. I don't know. I'm just it's always something, isn't it? And this simulation is just boring now. It's time to get out of here. corpse medicine. And you have more facts like this? I wonder how long that could have gone on for before you, yeah, before you have to figure out that there's a tree in your lungs. But that's also really scary because, like, living in the Pacific Northwest and we have those kind of trees everywhere. I don't know. We had a bunch of like mulch brought to our house because apparently you give them $20 and they'll just drop it off. Like, that moves you to the top of the list. And my uncle had a shitload dropped off. Um, and I remember breathing terribly after that, but I like never could have imagined that that would have been something I would have had to been scared of. I just know that getting all of like that bark dust and whatnot in your lungs is also pretty freaking terrible. I know I was coughing up like black stuff for days. You did that too? He made me do it. Yeah, he did it in my parking spot. And then I kept telling myself I'm only going to do this for 2 hours. Yeah, I did the whole thing. I ADHD'd out on this. Like, would not give up. I had blisters on my hands. Yeah, I wanted my parking spot back. And now our entire front yard is mulch. And somebody who landscapes was like, "Do you have a lot of bugs now?" I'm like, I can't tell if there's more than before, but I feel like you know something I should know. So yeah, if you need any help, I got you. Okay, so there's like over 2,000 worldwide, and we only have 50. Oh, okay. I believe there's probably a lot more than that. I think those numbers are very, very low. Because even like in this area, I feel like there's at least one or two, and I I think that they know that there's at least one or two. I don't know how active. Like, somebody recently showed me um there's a movie or something I think on Netflix of like the disappearance of women on Highway 20. And then I know that like the Portland area had a bunch of like women just going missing, but I don't know if they caught that guy because I think that they found one of the women in like somebody's basement. But yeah, I think those are understated. Highway 20. I used to live off of Highway 20. But Highway 20 is a huge highway because it literally stretches from this coast to the East Coast. So, yeah, it's anybody could live off Highway 20. And they could happen while we're on the podcast. I mostly feel like I hear of people having them in their sleep. Um, yeah, that's a really scary thought. And is the microplastics, do they affect them at all? Like, does that make it so that that number's so high? I believe it. I believe it because like how much food is wrapped in plastic? Whether it's something that you're getting at a restaurant that maybe they wrapped in plastic at some point, like storing it, or when they like bought the meat or whatever it is, like, and then how much water is in plastic. I don't know. It seems, yeah, I bet that that's pretty accurate. Okay, I will be Googling this right now. That really didn't take that many words. I have not seen this guy. Okay, tell me more. But he's bringing his old Costco containers. But he's not just like, if you are scared of that, then maybe you should be putting it in like a big glass something something. But the lasers, you're right. Oh damn. I didn't even think of it like that. Don't you dare laser my chicken, but laser me. Wow. There's no hope for us. I love that for you. Wow. I can't. I didn't even think of that. I'm not stoned enough, obviously. Yeah. Well, I'm not stoned right now, but yeah. That'd be really scary for like the zombie apocalypse. But also, I I know I brought it up before. I still feel that way. Um, I feel like us cremating our bodies and burying us in caskets is not good for the environment. I think that the environment needs death to bring forth new life. That I sounds like you worship the sun. But what if that we launch your body to the sun and somehow you break free out of the simulation? Just be sitting there like, not fair. Actually, probably already be. That's such a long launch. We'd be sitting there waiting forever. Something that's hilarious. That's hilarious. My kid's dad said that he wanted to be like stuffed like a pinata and then have people hit him. It sounds very interesting. Just feed me to Megalodon. Like, just throw me in the ocean. How did we go from, hey, how's it going? You know what? This is why I have not been live because I'm scared of that. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't want to know. Hey, oh, I'm like, oh, we are getting to the cold stuff. Whoops. Okay. Anything's yoga. I took a yoga class once. Everything's yoga. Everything's a pose. So, okay, weird. Wow. How? How is that? How did she get away with everything? And collecting 10% when your target audience is wealthy moms and middle class business people. Wow. Wow. And then these were all legal adoptions? Like, there's no way. 28 kids? There's no way. And then, yeah, to convincing them that she is their birth parent and these are all your aunties, which feels gross because that's definitely what I call myself to my friends' kids. I'm an auntie. I hate that. My sister said I am. And I don't know if you know this, but Samantha, everything she says goes. But yeah, ooh, yeah. I'm definitely not doing it right, I guess. But holy hell, how did falsify three children? And then what was the punishment for that? What happened to all these kids? Yeah. And then, man, like I have all these brothers and sisters, and see, there's she had 500 members in this cult. How do we think that we only have like 25 active serial killers? So they're a bunch of just rich swingers giving up all of their money to this lady so that she could bleach their kids' hair and call them her own. That's a weird cult. That is a weird cult. And man, and she got away with it. Like 1 year's nothing. That feels not enough for one child, and she had 28. And were any of them actually her legitimate children? What? And what was her name again? That is wild. And then 97 years old. Holy hell. She had one child, supposedly. Well, they died 3 years before her. Wow. I mean, her daughter was born in 69. So, yeah, that's. And her mom is the only person listed. I don't know. She wrote a book, Unseen, Unheard, Unknown. The daughter. Yeah, they said that it contains material that can be disturbing and confronting. The words or images on the site may cause sadness, distress, or trigger traumatic memories. Oh man. No, I can't imagine. Oh my God, I cannot imagine that at all. Jesus. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. This poor kid. What the hell? Some people just shouldn't be parents. One might argue the cult leader probably shouldn't either. But I guess I am part of a cult. I am part of Costco. Yeah. My sister was upset with me because I told her that I was giving those energy drinks to my coworker. And she's like, you can return that. Costco will take it. And I was like, I'm not going to bother with that. Like, I still have life jackets from like 2 years ago that I bought at Costco with the tags on them still. I'm like, I don't know if I have any kids that fit those anymore, but probably still not going to return them. It's a different side of Costco that I don't want to visit. It's the dark side of Costco. Well, yeah, because you got to go to like the customer service desk and like do all the things. No, thanks. Like, it was $20. I'll either sell it on Marketplace or give it to somebody. Yeah. All hail Costco. He's actually our leader. Yeah, Costco chicken guy. My kids actually they tried samples about like a week ago or so, and now they eat turkey sandwiches. So thank you, Costco. Because Jersey Mike's, yeah, it is delicious. I too went on a sandwich binge like 2 years ago. I haven't quite been that. My mom made me turkey sandwiches for lunch today, like little baby ones. And it was nice. I had lunch with my sister. We dipped our turkey sandwiches in chicken noodle soup. It's awesome. Oh, no, no, she's not that fancy. She's like, "Do you want mustard on your turkey sandwich?" And I was like, "Please, I have stone ground mustard in the fridge." She used that yellow mustard. It's fine, but I have stone ground. Come on. It's got a little bit more of a bite. Plus, there's a nice little texture in there. I don't know. I like stone ground mustard. I feel so fancy, and my mom doesn't share the love of the finer things in life. Yeah, we didn't hear enough of the accent, I don't think. So good. Brings tears to my eyes. There's some A's in there. Eh? Yeah, okay. This is why you take the money up front. Yeah, but he offered healing. Well, I'm like, it's a health cult that he's an alcoholic leader, was around 8 years, and two people died. I think that tells you everything you need to know. This is why people died. Got it. I was wondering how the health cult turned into two deaths, but I get it now. He got into alcohol, became really interested in his special interests, um, and everyone both became some sort of sex toy, and al- also experiments. These are people experiments, kind of like me with the ants. And that came full circle. Doesn't even have to be your ancestor. It's like Stephen King said with ideas. They're just out there in the universe, and you just got to be with a person that executes. Did he die? When did he? Oh, I was born before then. I think I'm cool. Oh, things have been different since 2011. That would explain a lot because like my karmic energy is off. Yeah. I mean, it could have been. It could have been. It was definitely sometime after that. And yeah, I'm wow, things make sense now. If it wasn't him, it was somebody else just as awful. Good. I mean, that's fair. I can't believe that more adults didn't die. Like these two deaths were children, 2 and under. Um, but the people shooting themselves in the shoulder and taking limbs off when obviously there was no like backup plan. It was just I'm gonna heal you. I cannot. I don't know. That really pissed me off. Wow. And only 12 adults. And the other lady had like 28 kids and 500 people in her. Wow. Cults come in all shapes and sizes, but Jesus. Supposedly. Supposedly reincarnated. But then also, if you believe in Jesus, can you be reincarnated? Yeah, it sounds like a no for me. Not that I had any Jesus days. I used to just go to church to get out of the house. Just really like that music. Yeah. I mean, I like Reliant K, I guess. Yeah, same. I think I liked them for years before I realized. What? Me neither, apparently. Yeah, that is wild. Especially that music video that they had with like D and oh, what's his name? I don't know, his real name's Rob. I can't think of it from It's Always Sunny. Yeah, Mac. Like, wow. That that's the band that's Mormon? Okay. My old boss, he was Mormon, but I don't know. Like, I just if you can't drink caffeine, like I understand now that maybe caffeine's more of a drug than a lot of other drugs actually. But there's just too many fucking rules, you know? What? Never swig. Okay, because I think that there was somebody who like flipped out because they found out that Baja Blast had caffeine in it because they were Mormon. And it was like, well, shit. Sorry. Yeah. He just didn't want somebody who had the same name as his kid. Although with the way that the like mass killings with this one, I just feel like you were going to die if you joined it. So I don't know. That doesn't make it any better, especially for a baby, like literally 3 months old, and this is the Antichrist. That's wild. Like maybe if you're talking about a 3-year old, like 3 month old, like they're not even doing anything fun yet. What's this? Yeah, like my 3-year old plots. Like I can understand someone be like, "Wow, this kid is nuts." Like not that that'd be any reason to get rid of her, but like she's been plotting. The 3 month old though, they're just being like cute and cooey. And how do you have something against a 3 month old? I've been so lucky with my kids on airplanes where like people have asked to hold them, and I'm like, "Yeah, where are you gonna go? Sure, go for it." Oh, I just brought bottles or pacifiers or whatever so that they can do the sucking motion because that would help pop their ears, regulate it since they can't. Yeah, it worked out just fine. Uh, but my son, we went to Hawaii with him when he was like 5 months old, and there was a pregnant lady that was sitting next to me, and she was like, "My doctor said that I have to walk around and like make sure that I have circulation going on in my legs. Can I hold your baby so I look like I have something that like real that I'm doing instead of just like walking around the plane?" I was like, "Absolutely. Here you go." Like I remember their dad being like, "You don't normally feel comfortable with strangers," and our children was like, "Where's she gonna go? Like, where is she gonna go? We're on a plane. I'm watching her the whole time. It's like we're just walking around the room." Yeah, no, I could take her. Easy. Easy. Why? I mean, yeah, I guess we're all praying for the end. Like I'm right there with you, but I just don't understand how like they did the mass suicide and like that didn't do what they thought it was going to do. How do they keep finding people for this? Then is that the aliens that are coming from the ocean? Is there people and they're just wanting to tell us like, oh, or telling just the people in their cult like, yeah, we're good. We made it. We're ready for more people. Come on up. Yeah. And honestly, like I just feel like how is the happy number for all of these cults like around 500 people? I'm sorry if I'm going to believe in something, like let's say it's some religion or whatever, and they mass kill off a big group of it, how are we still recruiting? Like, I just don't understand. They left without us, guys. Like, start a new cult. From the one from Australia, they're doing the wealthy young moms, and then this one was just like young women. And or no, wait, that was the last one. The last one was young women. This one, they're back to 500 something, so they're probably taking anybody on. Wow. Yeah, it's from Tennessee. And then also the people who run cults like this that are still in existence, and especially ones that have like as much death involved, are they on the serial killer list? As Jeff Bezos in this scenario where he's paying us to. I mean, he's got to be bored. He's just got to be bored. Jeff's not listening to this. Jeff is out there figuring out how to keep himself safe from random people who are losing their mind over the state of the world that we live in. It must be horrible. Like, you have a ton of money, but you have to use that to keep yourself safe constantly because you can't be around other people because you are too greedy to share the wealth in any capacity. Be a good. That sounds familiar, but I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, seriously. What a piece of shit. He's a baby too. There's still time for you to change your mind, Nick Fuentes. You don't have to be this big piece of shit. Yeah, you want to just accumulate all this wealth and continue to watch chaos and destruction everywhere around you to the world that we live in because you just don't care. You don't care about future generations, which is wild to me, especially with how many of those like super rich people have kids and you just don't care about the world. Well, yeah, I don't. They were only okay. How many kids did they have together? They were only together for 4 years. He has like a billion kids, though. Yeah, I. He has like a billion kids, and they all have weird names. Did you hear about his plan for wanting like a town that is like a business where all the employees live in the town, and then all the laws are created? Yeah, yeah. Who stays at a job for a long period of time these days? Nobody. Nobody. Work sucks. Yeah. There's another point that I wanted to throw a random song in there. I forgot what it was though. Yeah, it's a favorite of mine. Bye.